It was a sunny Saturday morning in our small rural town. The kind of morning where the air smelled like hay and hope. My daughter Lily had been waiting for this day all month, the annual animal auction at the county fairgrounds. She was 12, bright as sunshine, and lived with cerebral palsy. She couldn't walk without her braces, but her spirit didn't need legs to run. She loved animals. Goats, rabbits, miniature horses, you name it. Just being near them lit up her world. As her dad, I lived for that smile. I wasn't in uniform today. I was just Dad. The county sheriff title could wait. Today was for Lily. We parked, grabbed her walker, and headed toward the livestock tents. The auction was already buzzing. Farmers were loading hay, brushing their animals. Kids ran around with kettle corn and lemonade. Music played from a nearby speaker. It was peaceful. It was safe. Or so I thought. We found a pen with pygmy goats. Lily squealed, reaching for one. A farmer smiled and opened the gate so she could pet it. She knelt with effort and laughed when the goat licked her hand. I stood back and watched her, my heart full. Then I heard a voice behind us. "Can't you control your child?" I turned. A woman in a designer blazer, heels, and heavy makeup stood with a scowl. She looked wildly out of place here, like she came from a wine tasting and got lost at a rodeo. Before I could speak, she added, "Some people should keep their disabled children at home. This is a public event." I froze. Lily looked up, confused. I helped her stand and whispered, "Ignore her." But I had a feeling we hadn't seen the last of that woman. We moved to the horse stalls. Lily's favorite part. She had always dreamed of riding a pony one day. We met a kind couple who let her pet a gentle mare named Bella. They helped her hold a brush and groom the horse's mane. Her eyes sparkled. That's when Karen showed up again. "You're still here," she snapped. "You people need to learn boundaries." I stayed calm. "Ma'am, we're just enjoying the event. Please let my daughter be." Karen huffed. "That thing is a distraction. I've got bids to place." She pushed past us, bumping Lily's walker. Lily stumbled. I caught her just in time. My patience was thin, but I wasn't going to start something in front of my daughter. I looked at the couple who owned Bella. They looked horrified. "That woman needs help," the wife whispered. Lily didn't want to leave yet, so we made our way to the petting area. Kids were feeding rabbits and lambs. A band played on the other side of the field. I bought Lily a fresh lemonade and we sat under a tent to rest. Karen was at a nearby table, barking at a vendor about the unsanitary conditions. She pointed at the hay on the ground and the kids with dirty hands. "These people are ruining the community," she spat. That's when it clicked. She wasn't just any rude stranger. I'd seen her before. Her face was in the HOA meetings in the next county over. She had tried to push rules banning livestock, outdoor play, even lemonade stands. She didn't live here, but she had property nearby. And she had opinions. Lots of them. The auction began. People gathered under the big open-air barn where animals were paraded one by one. Bidders held numbered paddles. Lily and I found seats near the front so she could see clearly. The first animal up was a young lamb. Lily clapped with joy. "I want to bid," she said. I smiled. "All right, but only if it's within our budget." I raised my hand, not really planning to win. But it made her happy. The lamb sold for more than we had, and Lily laughed and said, "Next time." A few goats and rabbits passed through. Karen sat a few rows behind, grumbling about the mess and the incompetent announcer. She shouted complaints every few minutes and waved her paddle like a royal scepter. People began to whisper. Eyes rolled. Some folks even moved seats. Then it happened. A little Shetland pony came out. Lily gasped. "Dad, she's perfect." I saw the sparkle in her eyes. I knew that look. She wanted this one. She didn't expect it, but she dreamed of it. I lifted my paddle. So did Karen. I added another bid. Karen immediately matched it. Then glared at us. It became personal. The auctioneer looked confused by the sudden war over the small pony. Karen stood and yelled, I will not be outbid by some charity case. Gasped. Lily looked down, embarrassed. I felt my blood boil. I matched her final bid and won. The crowd clapped, not just for the pony, but for Lily. She smiled through tears. Karen turned red. Then stormed off. We walked over to the holding area where the animals waited for pickup. Lily couldn't stop smiling. That pony's mine? She asked softly. Yes, sweetheart. We'll bring her home next week after the vet check. Then the unthinkable happened. Karen charged at us from behind. You don't deserve that pony, she screamed. I turned just in time to see her shove Lily's walker aside. Lily stumbled. Fell. Karen reached for her, grabbed her arm and screamed, You brat! Her grip tightened. Lily cried out. I stepped in, yanked Karen back, and pulled Lily into my arms. I held her close as she shook. People gasped. Phones came out. Someone yelled, Get security! Karen looked shocked. She made me do it. She's dangerous. I stood tall. Firm. I slowly reached into my back pocket and pulled out my badge. Karen's eyes widened. I'm the county sheriff, I said. Silence fell like a hammer. And you just assaulted a disabled child. She stuttered. I didn't know. You didn't care. Security arrived within seconds. 2 deputies I had trained personally were on duty at the event. They saw me, then saw Karen, then Lily. They didn't ask questions. Karen was restrained immediately. She tried to wriggle away, shouting that she was misunderstood and only trying to help. She attacked a child, one of the officers said to the crowd. We all saw it. Karen realized the phones were still recording. Delete that. That's private. No one listened. I sat with Lily on a bench. She leaned on me, shaken but safe. A volunteer brought her a blanket and water. Karen was escorted off the premises in handcuffs. Later that afternoon, we filed a report and sent it to the DA. Assaulting a minor. Aggravated harassment. Public endangerment. The charges were serious. The sheriff's office received calls for days. People from town, from other counties, even other states. They had seen the video. It went viral. Karen's identity was revealed. Turns out, she'd pulled similar stunts in other communities. She wasn't just rude, she was dangerous. This time, she messed with the wrong little girl. And the wrong dad. The following week, we brought the pony home. Lily named her Star. Neighbors came by to help build a small stable. People brought feed, brushes, even little saddles. Someone donated a custom saddle designed for kids with special needs. That fall, Lily rode Star for the first time. Just a few gentle steps, led by a trainer. She beamed. The kind of smile that lights up the sky. As for Karen, she faced community service, fines, and probation. Her name was removed from every HOA board she had served on. The town banned her from all county events. But more than anything, something bigger happened. People saw what courage looked like. A little girl who just wanted to pet a pony. A father who stood by her. And a community that chose kindness. Lily didn't let fear define her.